Hi everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back. So today I thought I would do my favorites of 2014. And this was a very hard group of items for me to select. There were so many great things on my list of favorites that to sort of pare it down, I did a couple of things. I decided to show things that I discovered in 2014 that are absolute favorites of mine. So things that are ongoing favorites of mine that I discovered before 2014 you won't necessarily see. So things like my Guerlain meteorites, which I love and will not be without, that kind of thing. I didn't discover them this year, so I'm not going to talk about them. They're not going to be in my list. And also things that were limited edition, I'm not going to talk about in this video because it doesn't really make sense for me to talk about something that was released, you know, middle of the year, beginning of the year that you can't get anymore. So, and anything recent limited edition would kind of be too soon for me to call it a 2014 favorite. So, you won't see limited edition items, I don't think, at all here either. So, let's jump right in and get started because I have quite a few things. I didn't really pick 14 things. Some people did my favorite 14. I just picked the things that are absolute favorites of mine that I know I will continue to purchase. So let's jump in. We'll start with some, beauty products, face products. The first one is a makeup remover. I use this for eye makeup removal, and it is the Garnier Micellar Water. You can't actually buy this in the States in drugstores yet, but you can buy it online at feelunique.com and a few other places. I'll link them below. But this, I've talked about as a favorite before. This is a fantastic product. This, to me, works every bit as good as my Bioderma. It does not irritate my eyes at all or my skin. And I can buy this bottle for between $7 and $8 usually. It is 400 mils. It's a big bottle. It lasts a long time. I can buy this for $8 versus the Bioderma, which is hard to get here in the States. You have to pay quite a bit of money for it. So I won't be purchasing Bioderma anymore because I love this product. Love it. And I can't wait till we can actually buy it here, but now I can buy it online at feelunique.com, and it's easy to get, and it's a fantastic product. The next thing I'm going to talk about is, I'll talk about a body product first. This can be used on the face also. This is the Alpha Hydrox Enhanced Lotion 10% Glycolic AHA. I actually don't use this on my face, but I could. I use this on my upper arms to control my KP, and it does wonders. I ran out of this product and decided I was going to use a couple other things up, and that's when I realized how well this was working. So I'm back to it. You can buy this at Ulta. I think it's not very expensive, maybe $10. It might have been $15. But it's 6 ounces. It lasts a long time, especially if you're going to use this on your face. It is it's an alpha hydroxy acid, so it's great for exfoliation. You would put this on under your moisturizer and that kind of thing every day. And it works really great to remove dead skin cells, and it really helps control the KP on my arms. The KP on my upper arms is virtually gone when I use this. So, love it, won't be without it. And for that price, it's a great product. Great product. And you can always get, Ulta does coupons and that kind of thing, and this is in the drugstore section at Ulta, so it's great. And they do sell it online at Ulta if you don't have a Ulta near you. Okay, let's talk about my favorite moisturizer. And a lot of people ask me about my skincare routine, and I will pull together a video about my skincare routine. But it's hard for me to do a routine because I change my skincare up so often because I'm constantly testing things. This is something that I will continue to use, and it is I've talked about it in the favorites, it is the LiftLab Lift and Perfect Total Rejuvenation Lotion, Cream, whatever. This is what it looks like. I don't know if it'll focus. This is expensive, I will say that, but this works phenomenally. This is my second bottle. I'm almost done with it, and I've already purchased my third because I will not be without this product. I use this as my moisturizer morning and night. This has It does several things. It evens skin tone. It increases collagen and elastin in the skin. It reduces blemishes, minimizes pores. It's sort of an all-around skin perfector, hence the name Lift and Perfect. It gives tone to the skin of the face. I feel like things are firmer. Yeah, it's 1.7 ounces. It is expensive, but I'm telling you, I won't be without this now. And it is enough. It keeps my skin moisturized even in the winter. Now, it's January and we just hit some of our coldest times. So that might change. I might have to add some face oil to this. I'm not sure, but so far it's been fantastic. And again, I went through a full bottle. I started using this in the summer and I have been using it ever since, and I love it. My skin, from a hydration and tone perspective, has been amazing. So love it. And it comes with a pump. It's, you know, it's all sealed, so you're not opening the container or anything like that, reducing the effectiveness. Highly recommend LiftLab. Not an easy product to find. I think they sell it in some boutiques. Neiman Marcus carries it. You can get it online though. And like I said, I won't be without this. And I've tried a lot of skincare products. Okay. For one of my favorite things to wear under my makeup is a beauty balm or CC cream. And this is one I discovered this year that I really love, especially now that, so I love Rachel K, the original formula, but you can't get that anymore. You can only get the really, like Lisa still has some, I think, on her site, but she only has like the fairest color, which doesn't look the same under my foundation for me. So I was, you know, devastated that I wasn't going to be able to get that. And then I discovered the Trish McEvoy Beauty Balm Instant Solutions, which looks like this. This again is a fairly expensive product, but it's a multitasker. So it primes the skin, it brightens the skin, evens everything, it adds hydration, controls oil, helps retexturize. For those of you who don't know, Trish McEvoy, she is married to a dermatologist and she runs a very high-end spa in New York as well. And so this product is really about skincare, but it has a color to it. I wear shade 1. There's only a couple of shades, which is slightly deeper than my skin tone, but it blends out just fine. This has a great SPF 35, broad spectrum SPF 35, so it gives me great sun protection as well. It wears beautifully under all of my foundations. It helps keep my T-zone, the oil in my T-zone controlled. It minimizes pores. I can wear this in the summer alone with just a little powder over it if I just want light coverage, or in the winter if I'm just looking for like something to even out my skin tone, or I can wear this under a foundation. It comes in a tube with a pump. I've gone through, this is my third one of these I think that I've gone through, maybe my second. I love this product. Again, not one I'd want to be without. All right, so let's talk about some face products, makeup wise. The foundation that I discovered this year that I absolutely love and won't be without is by Armani. And actually the next few products I'm going to talk about for my face are from Armani, and I love them. So from a foundation perspective, my favorite foundation from Giorgio Armani is the Luminous Silk Foundation. It's a beautiful, this is actually a tester. I bought a bottle. I got this as gratis when I worked at Neiman Marcus, but I've purchased many a bottle, and I have another one. This is almost gone. I have another one that I just purchased as well. So this is a fantastic foundation. It is medium coverage, solid medium, buildable to almost full coverage. It gives me a dewy look to my skin. It covers everything I need it to cover. It doesn't seem to settle in my fine lines. It wears long enough. This is not a 15-hour wear foundation, but I get a good 8-9 hours out of it before I have to, before it starts breaking down a little bit. So I love this foundation and I won't be without it. The other thing, another thing that I discovered that I love to mix with that foundation, and I've talked about this before, is the Armani Fluid Sheers. These are a sheer product that you can use as a highlighter. You can mix it with foundation. I have this in a couple colors. This is color 2, which is more of a skin tone for me. There it is. You can use it as a highlighter. You can just dot it on as a highlighter. So here it is blended out. a little bit. I love to mix a pump of it, there it is really blended out, in with my foundation and just let that glow come through. And it's beautiful. I love it for adding glow. I love it for, I have a darker one in the color 10, which is a much more bronze color. Let's see. There. It's a very natural bronze color when you work it into the skin, even for really fair skinned people. And I love this for adding, I love number 10 for just adding warmth to my foundation. I have a lot of pinkness in my skin, and so I'm always sort of working to warm things up. The fluid sheers are amazing. I have them in a few colors. And again, a little goes a long way. They're fantastic. I love them. They give a natural glow to the skin. You know, as a mature woman, I'm always looking to add dewiness, softness, and glow to my skin, and these work beautifully. My bronzer this year, my favorite bronzer of the year, is also an Armani product, and it is the Armani Sun Fabric Sheer Bronzer. I wear the color 100, but it comes in many colors. This is the only bronzer I've worn since I got it. I love it. It comes with a little, you know, sort of brush. I don't really use the brush, but I use the bronzer every day. It's a beautiful color, just a beautiful soft tan. The powder is it's very, very soft. It lays beautifully on the skin. It's hard to overdo it, but you definitely see it. I love the product. You know, this is something I could see myself only ever using, this bronzer. I just love it. It has just a hint of glow. It doesn't, like, when you look at it, it looks very matte, but on the skin, it gives you just a little bit of glow. So it's like there's some sort of satinness to it that's just beautiful. I highly recommend these. If you're deeper than me, you could go with a deeper color. They're just beautiful. All right, blushes. If I had to pick one blush for the year that I bought that I just love, it is one of the Hourglass Ambient blushes. And my absolute favorite color of this is Diffused Heat, which is just a beautiful sort of peach color, peachy pink really, with just ever so slight bit of glow. I'm wearing it today. I tried to wear all of this stuff today, not all of it, but so there it is. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's just a beautiful sort of, it's a pinky peach, but it definitely gives pretty good color. And I love the ambient blushes. I'm not such a fan of the ambient powders, but the ambient blushes, I just love them. They give just the right amount of glow to the skin, the right amount of color to the skin. I own a few of them. This is by far my favorite, Diffused Heat. Love it. Love it. Okay, let's move on to, let's see, where should we go next? Lip products. Lip products were hard for me to choose because I've purchased so many, and I love so many of them, but if I had to choose my absolute favorites that I discovered in 2014, these would be them. And the first one is a Charlotte Tilbury product, and it is her Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk. So this is her lip liner in the color Pillow Talk. This is my second one of these. No, this is my third one. I have a half of a second one left that I keep in my handbag. But this is just a beautiful sort of neutral pink color. It's beautiful with so many lipsticks. It wears nicely. It lays on the lips beautifully. I can't say enough good things about these. These are great. And then the other lip liner that I discovered this year that I just love is by Estee Lauder, and it's the Double Wear Stay in Place lip liners, and my favorite color is nude. I've talked about this in favorites videos already. It's just a beautiful nude color. These last forever on the lips. So this is just warmer and a little bit more brown undertone than the Charlotte Tilbury, but this is beautiful as well. Just beautiful. Love it. Wears beautifully, lays beautifully on the lips, and for a long wear lip liner, I really, really like it. It's beautiful. For lipsticks, I had a hard time picking, but I will say probably my favorite formula of the year that I discovered this year was the NARS Audacious lipsticks, and a lot of people have talked about them. It's a beautiful matte formula, but it wears so comfortably. Matte lips are great because they're so low maintenance. You put them on and they stay, but if they irritate your lips and dry them out to where you have to, you know, constantly be exfoliating, that's no good either. But this formula, the NARS Audacious, does not, it's not like wearing a matte lipstick to me the way it feels on the lips. My favorite color that I purchased is the color Brigitte, which is just a really pretty, you know, sort of peachy nude color. It's right here. It wears very warm on me. I guess it is, you know, there's a lot of pink to it too, but on me it wears, in person it looks really kind of corally, like a soft coral, and I love it. It really helps bring out my blue eyes. Again, the formula is fantastic. I highly recommend, you know, this might not be the color for you, but I highly recommend the formula. It's just a really, really nice formula. Okay, let's see. We'll talk about a couple mascaras. My favorite mascaras of this year that I discovered this year, the first one is relatively new, but this is an amazing mascara, and it's the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. I talked about this. I tried this. I had a couple samples of this, and it was fantastic, and I bought a full-size one. I just love it. It has kind of a big fat brush, more like a traditional brush with bristles, but they're softer. The formula of this mascara is really, really wonderful. It's very volumizing and lengthening. It doesn't seem to transfer for me. It doesn't seem to flake off. It hasn't been tested in the, you know, minus 20-degree weather yet, but very few mascaras will hold up to that. So love this one. And the other new one I tried this year that I just fell in love with and can't get enough of is the Giorgio Armani Black Ecstasy Mascara. And this is another mascara that's very volumizing and lengthening. It builds beautifully on top of itself. And again, it's just a traditional brush, which I tend to prefer. So those were my two mascara discoveries this year that I just love. When I think about eyeshadow palettes, of all the shadows that I bought this year and all the palettes that I bought this year, if I had to pick one favorite, it would be the Urban Decay Vice palette. I had no intentions, I talked about this before, I had no intentions of buying this palette. I don't own any of the other Urban Decay Vice palettes. And when I was shopping with a friend, she wanted to swatch this palette, so we went and looked at it and she swatched it, and I started swatching it and I thought, wow, this is really great, and the color combinations are great. So I bought it, and for those, I mean, everybody has seen it. It's, you know, well talked about. It's a great palette. It has good neutral, like if you look at it, lots of good neutrals, some pops of color, great colors, gives you lots of inspiration because there's many colors in here. And what I will say about these is, no, they're not super buttery like a Tom Ford shadow or that kind of thing, but they're a good quality shadow, and they're fantastic. They build fantastically on each other. So if you're looking for a lot of dimension in your shadows, these layer beautifully over themselves to build good color. I am wearing this today. I wear this all the time. This sits out on my vanity, and I probably use it at least 3 times a week, which for me is a lot because of how much makeup I own. I still love this palette, still. So this is definitely a favorite of mine, and I don't believe it was limited edition either. So almost done. I have a couple of brushes that I wanted to talk about. And now remember, we're talking about brushes that I discovered this year. So, you know, I love my Japanese brushes. My Suku brushes are some of my favorite, that kind of thing. But if I'm talking about brushes that I discovered this year, there are 2 that stand out to me because I use them every day. And the first one is the Makeup Forever 140 brush. And it's dirty because I use it every day. This is a great brush for the Makeup Forever brushes. This is their new range of brushes. They're all synthetic. They're very soft. This I use for setting my concealer, for setting areas of my face, because I don't like to use a big powder brush necessarily, because I like to keep things, you know, to the T-zone so I don't get too much powder on my face. I love this brush. It's so soft and beautiful. And the other brush that I use every day for blending out my eyes is the Inglot 4SS. And a lot of people are going to say that is way too big. But for me, because I need to buff out, you know, my crease and really sort of have a blown out crease because of my hooded eyes, this works beautifully. It fits in there beautifully. It's soft enough that it doesn't irritate the skin on my eyes, but it's got enough texture to it that it does a beautiful blend. You can also use this for setting you know, areas of your face and that kind of thing. This is a very popular brush and I love it. Again, it's the Inglot 4SS. Okay, the last item I'm going to talk about today is not, goodness sakes, Maggie, come here. The last item is not a beauty product, but it's something that I use every day. I discovered them this year and they have been a lifesaver for me. So you guys all know that I work out pretty regularly, and one of my struggles with working out has been keeping my hair back off my face. It annoys me terribly when I'm working out and my hair falls in my face. And so I've tried all kinds of headbands and things to clip my hair back, and the problem with most of them is when you're running or doing something very, you know, like high impact and that kind of thing, or like yoga, they don't stay in place. And so I found a headband this year that stays in place while I'm working out, and I think they are fantastic. So it is called the BolderBand. Here, I'll show you one. It's called a BolderBand, and it's made of spandex. It's thin across the back, so this would go on the back of your head, and then it's thicker, and you can make it as thick as you want it across the front. And it's made to hold your hair back off your face while you're doing whatever it is you're doing, skiing, running, you know, even just in your everyday life. If you want to have your hair back in a headband that doesn't move, these are fantastic. And they come in the cutest patterns. So this is, you know, just some peace symbols, but I'm going to show you a few of the ones I have. So I also have it in camouflage, which is really cute. This year she did one with, you know, the breast cancer ribbons, which is really cute. I have this bold sort of, you know, geometric pattern, which I love. I had to, of course, get the animal print pattern. These are so great. If you, you know, struggle with headbands not staying on your head, I highly recommend these. I will put a link to the website where you can buy them. I'm not affiliated with this website. Whoever this is at BolderBand has no idea who I am, but I love to support the Made in the USA little guy, and that's who she is, and I think these are fantastic. I started wearing these when I started doing CrossFit, and so many people at my gym ended up buying them because they're just so cute. I mean, they make such a cute statement. And some of them, of course, you could wear, you know, anytime as well, and they come in solid colors. She's now started producing them in thicker material for winter, so you can cover your ears with them as well. So I think they're fantastic, and I wanted to talk about them because I wear one of these every day. I have lots and lots of them, and I wear one every day to hold my hair back while I'm working out. So that is it. Those are my favorites for 2014 that that I found in 2014. So I had to exclude some things just for the length of the video. So that's it for today. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you all again soon.